Hi, let's make a share on the laws of kiddush. The Torah tells us, "Zachor assume a Shabbos lekatshoi." Remember the day of Shabbos and sanctify it. Also, is learned that the mitzvah of kiddush has to be accomplished with wine. Let's see in which types of wine we can have kiddush. Let's start speaking about the grape juice. The Shulchan Aruch clearly says that over grape juice we can have kiddush, but the best way to make kiddush, the Magen Avraham says, is over wine. Is there a difference between a red wine or can we also use white wine? In the Rishonim, we have the opinion of the Ramban. The Ramban holds that white wine is not proper halal for kiddush. Why? Because we have a verse in Mishnah that says, "Al tereyin ki yisadem." From this verse, the Ramban learns that white wine is not proper for kiddush because only red wine is considered wine. But most of the other opinion hold that there is no issue at all having kiddush over white wine. That's what the Shulchan Aruch says in Siman Ein Resh Beis, in Orach Chaim, chapter 272, halacha 4, that over white wine we can make kiddush. And the Ramban holds that if someone made kiddush over white wine, the mitzvah is not accomplished. The Mishnah Brucha, who is the Hafetz Chaim, says that since we have the opinion of the Ramban that holds that we can't make kiddush over such a wine, only in case that I don't have red wine at home, or either that's very hard for the person drinking red wine, only such a case, you could use white wine. Because the Shulchan Aruch Harav holds and says, Yain Lavan Mekachim Alav. He says very interesting words. Over white wine, we can have kiddush. He even doesn't mention the opinion of the Ramban. This means that the Graz holds that you can make kiddush over white wine as much as red wine. You can just choose whatever you want. Only for Pesach, the Graz says in Siman Tafein Beis in Orach Chaim, chapter 472, that for the night of the Seder, we have to take red wine to remember the blood that Paro used to take from the Jewish children. But otherwise, whatever you want. That's why, for Sephardim people, there is no issue having kiddush over white wine. For most of the Ashkenazim people who are following the opinion of the Mishnah Brucha, only in case that's hard for you drinking red wine, or either you don't have red wine at home, you could use white wine for kiddush. Let's speak about yain mevushal, cooked wine. We have the opinion of the Rambam. The Rambam is one of the big Rishonim who lived in Egypt for 800 years ago. He holds that every type of wine which is not proper to be poured on the Mizbeach in the Beis HaMikdash, that type of wine is also improper for Kiddush. And as we know, mevushal wine wasn't proper to be poured on the Mizbeach. That's why for Kiddush, you can't use such a wine. Most of the other opinion hold that there is nothing to do. You could use such wine for Kiddush because you don't have to take wine which is proper to be poured on the Mizbeach for Kiddush. The Shulchan Aruch says, clearly in halacha 5, that over Yen Mevushal, we can have Kiddush. And some opinion hold, which is the opinion of the Rambam, that we can't. So, halacha lemais, there is no issue having Kiddush over Yain Mevushal. no problem. But if you want to make kiddush, the best way, even according to the Rambam, just use non-mevushal wine. Let's speak about pasteurized wine. How do we consider such a wine? As a mevushal wine, or either as a non-mevushal wine? We have to understand, how does pasteurization work? We have wine that gets into pipes. Pipes are very hot. The temperature reaches about 176 Fahrenheit degrees, which is 80 Celsius degrees. That the bacteria in the wine are going to be killed and removed. In the Shulchan Aruch of Yeredeas, chapter 123, Halacha 3, the Shulchan Aruch says, wine which was boiled is considered a yain mevushal, and there is no issue regarding laws of yain nesach. The Shach asks the question, what does it mean that the wine was boiled? He answers, through the boiling of the wine, the quantity of the wine afterwards reduced. That's not what really happens by the pasteurization. That's why a lot of Rabbanim and poskim hold that pasteurized wine is considered a non-mevushal wine. Some Rabbanim and other poskim hold that we do consider such a wine as a mevushal wine. I received from a Rav that we consider pasteurized wine as a non-mevushal wine. So according to this, even according to the Rambam, we can have kiddush of such a wine. Now, let's speak about yain megulei, wine which was uncovered. For example, after the bingle of Shabbos, they cleaned the table and they forgot the bottle of wine without a cap, and the bottle of wine stayed overnight or for a few hours on the table, and no one was around because everyone went to sleep and no one looked at the wine. The wine becomes improper for kiddush. We can't make kiddush of such wine anymore. Why? Let me give you an example. If you have such good wine that you want to bring as a present to someone very important, but that wine was uncovered without a cap for a few hours, are you going to bring such a wine? Of course not. That's not respectable. That's the same, and even more with the king of the kings, Hashem Yisborech. You have to bring wine which is respectable for kiddush. In case it happened that someone forgot a bottle and the wine was uncovered, you can drink the wine, but you don't make kiddush with such a wine. And in case that by mistake someone made kiddush with such a wine, the mitzvah of kiddush is accomplished. But remember that wine which was uncovered has to be put aside, as everyone has to remember that we don't use that wine for kiddush. Have a wonderful kiddush and have a great Shabbos. Goodbye.